alaikum and a very good morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing very, very well today and you're ready to start your day with me, Maha Mukhtoom, and the very energetic Shahzad Khan. Assalamualaikum Shahzad, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm absolutely perfect. How are you? What about you, first of all, Maha?
I'm very good, but I'm getting tired. So I love doing the shows, but I'm quite happy now that we get a couple of days break. Although I am working tomorrow too, so it's kind of like,
Exactly, and I think, Maha, you probably need to work. I think because of the fact that we are observing Women's Week,
yes.
and it's going to be International Women's Day as well in a couple of days. And ladies and gentlemen, let us assure you that we have got a bigger surprise for you for the 8th of March as well. But other than that, I've got a small public service message,
Go for
and
it.
I think that this is how we are going to start with it. Since we have skipped on the headlines because of the type of guests we have over here in the studios. So, ladies and gentlemen, the public service message over here is that quite a lot of times over here in Pakistan, what happens is that people think that they are resourceful. I mean, this is going to be a very in-depth public service message
Okay.
because, sorry,
It's
yeah,
all
you
right.
want to say something?
No, I'm going to get
Okay,
comfortable because it's going to
and
be
what
long.
happens is that for all those people who think that they're very resourceful, what they do is that while they are parenting or nurturing or nourishing their kids, what happens is that their kids get this idea of knowing that their father or mother is a very resourceful person, and they take advantage of that
Wait,
on
wait.
different levels of their life.
Okay, now by resourceful, what do you mean?
Okay, by resourceful,
I feel like
I
you're talking
mean,
tongues
yeah, no,
sometimes.
it's not like that. When I say resourceful, that definitely means that you have quite a lot of good PR as well, that you have got empty, all of those blessings which Allah gives you as well. But then at certain stage of time, if you do not tell your kids or share the value of that probably material or the product or that PR which you have gained over years, or the way we want to call it over here as izzat, or how we label it over here, people, or in fact your kids or your family members, start taking it for granted. So this is what my public service message is. The resourceful, you were thinking I wasn't going to that direction. So please make sure that within your kids, they should have that value, that essence, and they should know how much hard work our parents have actually put in so that they could realize the real essence of life.
Okay, I could have summed that up in 2 sentences.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So basically, work hard for what you achieve because our parents show us that life is easy, but it's not.
So
Right?
it's 3 sentences.
Okay, sorry.
But
Well,
yeah,
there was
but
a
that's,
comma in one of them.
yeah, but that's the nutshell. And I
Yeah.
think, Maha, it is very important
It is.
for the generation of today.
But I also think that it also refers to a specific segment of society because not everyone has the resources that we are talking about. But that's very correct. And at any level, you have to work hard for what you achieve. But to discuss, working hard and what to achieve, and as Shahzad mentioned, that we are really focusing on giving you women who have worked so hard. And as we realize, the theme is kind of it's a very broad theme. It's be bold to create change.
Yeah.
Correct. So now to bring this empowerment of women. So we're giving you bold women within Pakistan who should be role models and can be role models for the rest of the males and females out there, because it's not just about women this week. It's about working together hand in hand to make sure that we create a really good society.
Exactly, and to create a very good society or an amazing society where everybody's equal and the environment's very inclusive, all we need to do is work on 3 tiers. For example, we have to work socially as well. Then we have to work economically together, and then we have to work politically together as well. These are the 3 tiers. If we fulfill these tiers and if we work together, if we synergize, I think that we are going to be a great nation. And then on the other hand, for all of those people, for all of those men who are out there, there's one more thing which I was thinking about, and that is, imagine that all of those men who are out there, probably as leaders or women, the first ever schooling they ever got was from their mothers anyways. So that
Exactly.
means that women has been shaping our communities, societies for ages and decades.
Exactly, and I think even our religion promotes that as well. That heaven is at the feet of the mothers. Also, you need to
Yeah.
respect them and give them their space.
That's
So,
why I think, why can't I be your mother, man?
yeah, maybe you can be. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so let's start our conversation with our wonderful guests. We've been joined by some really amazing ladies today who are doing a lot for women and for the society and for the nation and taking it forward. So we have. Really nervous about this introduction, but let's hope I get it right.
You will.
So yes, I will. We've been joined by Maria Temur. She was the first lady officer to join Pakistan Police at officers level in 2008. Currently, she is senior superintendent of the police and heading the CIA. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum
Thank you
salam.
so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much for coming
I'm
over.
so
and
excited to hear your story, but we'll start in a moment.
yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, alongside her, we've got somebody who actually came up with the idea that they're going to, make a welfare organization where people will come and study, and for all those people which we might at times label as underprivileged, or we might say that they're not resourceful. So there are other people as well who want them to be a part of the society, and that's what we really mean when we say that that the environment needs to be inclusive, the education needs to be inclusive, so that everybody can sit together, eat together, play together, study together. And that's how you shape societies as well. So this lady actually took an initiative 4 years back. She's done it all by herself, and her name is very beautiful though. And ladies and gentlemen, her name is actually Janatul Firdaus, and she is the president of Al Firdaus Welfare Association. Hello, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming over, ma'am. And you have brought along some amazing pieces, which I think are
We're gonna find
handmade
out.
as well.
But we'll find out
definitely
who
talk
makes
about them.
them
Yeah.
and everything like that. Okay, so it's really complicated because I want to hear both stories at the same time. But we'll start with you, Maria. Tell us, how did you? Well, you're senior superintendent. You were the first lady officer in Pakistan Police Force to join at officer level. Tell us about your journey.
Well, the journey has been amazing in the sense that I took the competitive exam, and after that, I was the first one to have joined at the officers level. People could not join earlier at this level. They could take the exam, but earlier they could not join the police services.
Okay.
But with emerging needs and with the kind of security situation you see after 9/11, there was a dire need. People, women were joining in the lower ranks, but there were no officers to actually represent them. So almost 9 years back when I joined, I was the only one in my batch, and I had 20 male officers training with me. It was the police academy, and then in police academy we go through a rigorous training. We do a commando course in Bedia Elite Training School. That's why I'm wearing the elite badge. And so far, I've been serving in different positions. We start off as assistant superintendents of police, and then we move on to become superintendents, and we make it to the top policy levels in the bureaucracy. Like wearing uniforms. So far, I've served with 5 different police organizations. I've served with Islamabad Police. I've served with Frontier Constabulary, Gilgit-Baltistan Police,
Amazing.
Motorways Police, and now with Punjab Police. For the last.
Okay, but there's
3.5
one
years.
more thing which might be
Amazing.
a bit deviant from the topic we were discussing today. So which police force did you find the best?
Punjab Police.
Punjab
Lovely.
police.
Okay.
Very
Wonderful.
safe
Good answer.
answer, though.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, now when you started, you said you were with a batch of 20 males. You had to do the special training, the elite training, commando, etc. How did it feel being the only lady in such a it was not balanced at all. So how did
Yes,
you feel?
it wasn't. Actually, the balance was so much tipped to one side
Yeah.
that I think in a society where we talk about male domination and where we are very underrepresented, I think my experience was really good in the academy. We as a society sometimes we have a positive bias towards ladies as well, that we respect them. If you're traveling in a bus, we give them some space, we offer them a seat, which this is something unlike. I think these are the strengths that we can build our society upon. So in the academy, I was fortunate that even though I was offered some positive bias, but I didn't avail it. And I said that in order to serve my country equally, we are all for equal rights, but we should all we have our special needs, but so it was a wonderful journey there in the academy. I trained with and all of the batch that I had, my batchmates, they supported me. And basically the whole idea developed from there that, it is only with the support of your male colleagues that you are going to go forward.
Okay, great. And I'm going to pause you there because we will talk about your hurdles and the struggles that you had in a moment. But I'm going to let Shazad do the next
Thank you
question.
very much, Ma, for giving me a bit
It's
of space.
about
But
that
ladies,
space.
ladies, yeah, that's how it is, and that's what she said very correctly. That it's about having synergy within the colleagues as well, irrespective of the fact that who's a male or who's a female.
Exactly.
I mean, forget it, guys. So this is what we are practicing today as well. But man, moving on to you now. So this Al Firdaus Welfare Association, whose brainchild was that? And then, how did that idea evolve? And then it took you down 4 years as well. So what's happening?
Well, That's very simple story, because I have lived in England from 1967 till year 2000.
Wow.
So once I came in Pakistan just for holidays, and I saw a little girl working in my cousin's house.
Okay.
She was hardly 12 or 13. I said, no, that's not right. So when I went back, I discussed with my husband that we should do something for our country. And we decided to come back and do something for those girls. And other thing that came in my mind is that if on a day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked me that for your children, you have struggled, you have make sure that they are graduated. But what have you done for your country's poor people?
Yeah.
What about that? What is the answer to that? So we came back, and when I came back, it was at the back of my mind that I'll work for ED Trust.
Okay.
And but when I discussed with few people, like we know Captain Shahid and Colonel Akhtar, and they asked me, what is your experience of life? When I told them, they said, no, you at grassroots level, you find out yourself and start working. So with the help of them, we came in Barako. And Barako 12 years ago was very sort of backwards and
very underdeveloped.
all that. So we decided to work. At that time, I hired someone's courtyard, put plastic sheets on to protect the girls from sun, and had hired 4 sewing machines and start working.
Okay.
So those girls can stand on their own feet, and from there work actually started. And there's no stopping to it. Within 2 weeks, there were 50 girls
In Barako.
in Barako coming to learn stitching, dressmaking, and all that. So
In the year 2000, 2001.
no, 2002.
2002. All right.
Because we came in Pakistan 2001 and started the work 2002.
It's very
So
quick.
that's where the journey started from.
That's where the journey
So yeah,
started.
it's been 4 years that you came up with the idea of Al Firdaus Welfare
Yes,
Association.
because it
so
took-
let's discuss about all of those days and years and hardships which went down the line from 2002 till onwards 2017 it is.
It has been hard, but I have enjoyed doing it.
Okay.
Because when I came and I started, a lot of people said to me, look, government is going to say this and government is going to do that. They are going to bother you, for police is going to come after you, that you are. I said, if someone comes after me,
Let them.
I say, like the ladies teach Quran at home, I'm teaching stitching at home. So if the police comes, I'll tell them, if you don't agree with me, take my machines. But nothing like that happened. Everyone was
Very
help-
supportive.
very supportive.
Okay.
And I started then we decided that this place should have home of its own, not rented one. So we had buy 7 marla of land, built 1 room and moved there.
Okay.
And when I went there, I saw that there were a lot of children not going in school. I said to 3 or 4 of them, come to school and I'll teach you. Within no time, there were so many children, I couldn't manage on my own.
Okay.
So what I did, I asked the local girls in the community of Barako that if you will come, help me teaching these children. They were metric only, those girls, and continue your studies as well, and I'll pay your fee.
Okay, amazing.
And now I had girls and I had children studying. Where will the expense come to pay those girls and school managing and everything? So another idea came in my mind. I said first of all, I said to my sister, I said, if I'll ask you to treat me every month with 2 ice creams, would you do it? She said, why not? I said, I don't need ice cream. I need 200 rupee a month for ice cream. 200 rupee a month, sponsor a child.
Okay.
And then I found my friends in London. I said, £5 a month, sponsor a child.
Amazing.
So when 200 and £5 get together, it was enough for me to manage.
Amazing.
And slowly the work grows so much that now we got so many projects going within one project.
Wonderful. And we will discuss all those projects in a moment. And it's amazing the work that you're doing. So, but we're going to go for a short break. And when you come back, we're going to continue our conversation with our amazing guests. Stay tuned.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And for everybody who just got tuned into PT World, you watch your world this morning alongside Shazad Khan and Maha Makhdoom. And today, obviously, for all those people who just got tuned in, even for the very first time, let me tell you that, throughout this week, we have been talking about, equality for women as well, because in a few days, on 8th of March, is going to be International Women's Day as well. And then the theme is Be Bold for the Change which you want. I think that's what the theme is. And it's not just going to be for the women of Pakistan. I think it's a global theme as well. And in every country, in every nation, they do have problems. But over here, what we have done is, this time what we did was that we came up with those role models, which probably needed to be highlighted, and then all of those unsung heroes as well.
Exactly.
Within Pakistan, believe you me, that we have got so many amazing women as sportsmen, as probably in bureaucracy, at the level of policy making, as politicians. There's not a single sector and industry left where women's not hand in hand with men as well.
Okay, but the thing is, it's not where we would like it to be. That's why we're highlighting it, because there needs to be a lot more women.
Exactly.
And, as one of our very apt guests that you will see in the upcoming shows says, that you have to work hand in hand for the progression of this country. Now, before we were in conversation with Maria Temur. She is a senior superintendent of police for Rawalpindi, heading the CIA. Now, we talked about your journey, and you said that your colleagues, your batchmates were supportive. But you're also a mother, so and you were a daughter, and you were, you had cousins and family, etc. What hurdles did you face from society, or maybe from your own family, or what was it like? Because was it smooth sailing, or did you face problems?
No, it's never smooth sailing, but let me take you a little back to my education. When I did my master's, I actually I had a lot of passion for lectureship. But when I graduated, what I saw through my journey as a student was that I saw a lot of corruption, even in health and the education sector, which is alarming, because those are the traditional fields that we presume are the most secure for women, and we encourage them to join both those sectors. So I thought that maybe it's not the right combination that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something where I could bring some positive changes, where at least these traditional fields they get corrected, and maybe exploring new avenues for women. That's why I joined the bureaucracy, and that too, and then that's the point where it was breaking stereotypes every year, every 6 months. Because when I got selected you know, my family was supportive. My father, he's also recently retired from the civil service, but he was not from the police service. He's
No.
from the management group, and he thought that, you know, maybe you are breaking a glass ceiling, but, you know, like, why you? Why not somebody else? And then I thought, why not me? You know, like,
Why
it was
you?
so,
I think that's what we need to talk
yes,
about more.
Why
because,
not me?
because the male members of our family, we are very fortunate that they are very protective of us, but we have to give them this confidence that you can trust us if we are educated enough, and, you know, like, we've got enough exposure. You know, you know, like, I was indirectly exposed to bureaucracy, you know, as a child, so I knew the ins and outs, even though, you know, like, at that time we were not, you know, a security country, you know, a security state, and after what has been happening. So, you know, it was a, you know, like, a dangerous profession to join.
Absolutely.
At that
Sorry,
time.
I just want to interject
Yeah.
there, because normally when people see, you know, injustices and corruption
Yeah.
taking place, you know, the safest bet they do is they go down the law path. They become a lawyer,
Yeah.
etc. You chose police.
I chose it because, you know, unfortunately, I couldn't see very shining, bright women breaking glass ceilings in the bureaucracy, in the judiciary. You know, because women have been around in the management group for you know, more than 3 decades.
Okay.
In the foreign services, more than 3 decades.
Okay.
But I really didn't see, you know, like, because I could see that there is, you know, like, very underrepresentation, a lot of underrepresentation, and then I couldn't see a role model. That was
Okay.
very unfortunate for me. I
Okay.
could not identify with someone, you know, like, maybe from the West I could identify, but it wasn't a model that I could actually follow.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
but
okay, this is
but there's one more interesting fact which I would love to discuss over here. And, you know, since you did mention about the support system as well, and then, you know, our brothers and fathers, they're obviously they do not want any damage to, you
Yes,
know, probably
that's true.
take place for our image or however it is. But 2008 was actually the time when terrorism was
At its peak, yeah.
And, you know, too many people from security forces have actually sacrificed their lives for their motherland as well. So picking up on such a profession at that particular time,
Yes.
what was their first
I
ever
remember in the
response?
police academy, you know, like, once, you know, like, I was just, because Maha just asked me about the hurdle. So, you know, it was like from your immediate family, then expanding onto, and then you particularly come across, oh, she's never going to find a husband. So, you know, like, there's so many stereotypes that you actually have to cross, and, you know, like, at times you get tired. You know, after putting in 9 years service, now I feel that at least I'm on a path where I can be a role model. That's also inspiring for me as well, because, you know, I can see women who can look up to me. I didn't have anyone to, you know, like, to identify with. But then it was from immediate family, then extended family. Everybody actually thought at the time it's just too dangerous.
But then
so
you
how
did,
did you? But how did you deal with all of that? Like you said, because it does get tiring. I mean, even I'm at the
Yes.
point. I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to
Yes.
fight with everyone
you
and
keep
defend
on hearing
myself.
that again and
Yes.
again. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you don't want to keep
yeah.
defending yourself. You don't want to reel off your CV to
Yes.
give people to
Yes,
get you to
that's true.
respect you.
That's true.
So
That's
how
true.
do you do it?
It's just perseverance. If anybody asks me, you know, one recipe of success, it would be just perseverance. Just going. You started with the first step. Just keep on taking the steps.
Don't give up, yeah.
Just
That's what
don't
it
give
That's
up.
what you said the other day.
Yeah, that's
Just-
what I
yes.
said the other
One
day.
step
But
at
then
a
you
time.
did find a husband, right? You did
Yes,
find a husband.
yes.
Okay, now, okay, I'm very sorry, ladies and
He's gonna
gentlemen,
be
but
a
that's
very
the inner me.
traditional-
But yeah, but that's the inner me. And it's not about the week we are observing as well, but just like that, but because over here in Pakistan, within the society
Yes.
we live in, that's how men are.
Yes.
So, and it's a huge generalization as well. So they already think that, you know, women police them so much, I mean their wives. So having a wife from the police force, first of all, how does it feel?
Stereotype.
I mean, how does it go along with you on
He's
on
a
that?
journalist.
He's a
I'm
journalist.
intimidated by him.
Oh
So,
my
you know, it goes both ways.
Okay, so the
He's a
pa-
TV
pa-
anchor and he's a, you know,
Amazing.
so it goes both ways.
Great. Okay, so now, so let's pick up on this. I'm sorry, ma'am. We just want to pick up on the social oppression. So, you know, that pressure to conform to a specific stereotype, gender stereotype. You know, like you said, how did you, like you were telling us, perseverance is one key, and then having the support of your family, like
Yes,
you had the support of
that's
your
very
father and your mother.
essential.
That's essential. Now, going forward, what did you see around you? So you had that support, you were on the process of getting married, but then within your work environment, how was it for you?
I actually got married when once I was done with the training.
Okay.
You know, I think that for career women, I think there is the career counseling, and then there should be some social counseling for all the girls. I think it's very necessary for, this is something that I personally believe, that girls should be given a choice whether they are working or not. They should be given an idea of the society that we live in, and fortunately, we do live in an evolving society, and I think contrary to some preconceptions that we have about the society, I think we have a wonderfully evolving society which does accept change. Because this is something that we are doing on different levels with the as a police organization. We have been pushing for some policies and for some laws, and I've seen that the gender mainstreaming that we are aiming for, and we have been doing that thing. People have been resistant, but they changed amazingly. And the international community, I'm a member of International Association of Women Police, and every year we sit together and we compare ourselves with all the developing nations and the developed world. They are amazed that in the last decade, the Pakistani society has become much more gender sensitive. We were conservative, but now we are wonderfully conservative, that we are accepting changing, and this is something that's you know,
Brilliant.
hope to look forward to.
That's amazing. And we will pick up on more on your story in a bit. But now let's move on to ma'am. So you started the welfare organization. You started getting people to start donating, sponsoring a child. Sorry, not donating, sponsoring a child. Now tell us, when you started receiving those funds, what did you do with them? Where did the funds go? And how did they benefit the girls that were coming to you?
Well, when I received the funds were not very big amount. It was, as I said, 200 rupee or £5. That money went to buying children's books, machinery for the girls that we were teaching, stitching, and all the other skills, and paying the staff.
Okay.
Slowly, we started building our own building. So I saved the money, and would you believe that just starting from £205, now I got building that contains 19 rooms, big
Amazing.
rooms, school's own building,
Wow.
not hired one.
Okay.
So that is brilliant. But now over here, ma'am, you know what we truly need to do is, first of all, you as a woman did, you know, step ahead of all of those women who didn't do anything and were
Amen.
sitting back at home.
Amen.
Now, over here, how do you think that you have actually bring about that change in all of those ladies who were actually, you know, hand in hand with you? They were there to study, they were there to learn a skill. And then how do you think that their lives have transformed just because of the fact that you've made them independent?
No, it's just, I would say the talent, courage was there. They wanted to do something, but they didn't have the opportunity to do it. So when I came, to start off with, to me, a lot of people said, look, people come from overseas, they do this, make their name, and then they go back.
Yeah.
I faced a lot of words like this, and then I said, look, I won't say anything, let my work speak. And then more girls started coming, and those girls, they changed. Once they saw, I said, look, even if you don't sell those clothes, you make your own. Every time you stitch a suit from a tailor, you pay 500 minimum to a tailor. You say, make 2 suits of your own, and you have saved 1,000 rupee.
Yeah, and that's minimum. Like that's very
So teaching them by like that, then lot of those girls are earning from their home, earning up to 10,000 rupee a month.
amazing. Okay, now tell us, how are they earning? Let's just get into that a
So
bit.
within that project, over that time, lot of things came in. To my friends in London, when comes Eid Qurban, I said, don't do your Qurbani there. Send the money there. At Eid Qurban, Bakar Eid, I'll have about 70 Qurbanis, where those people that cannot afford meat, they'll have meat. Other thing is this, as you could see,
Let's have a look by our cameraman.
what we try to do is everything should be recycled.
Yeah.
All these are Pepsi bottles.
There's a Pepsi bottle in there.
Pepsi
Amazing.
Pepsi
So if
bottle.
we can zoom into the Pepsi bottle.
This
and
one I think is Shazan though. I'm
and
sorry for the branding.
that is ordinary 7-Up bottle.
All right.
Okay.
And the color that you could see is ordinary thread. and the girls have made it beautiful. So we teach them you can make beautiful things out of
Everything.
everything.
Okay, and
We
then
are
they
sort
sell
of
these.
trying to teach them recycle everything.
Okay, and then you sell these.
yeah.
And, then we try to sell them,
Okay.
but these things girls are using at the home.
Okay,
Then
right.
our main thing is this:
Go green.
Oh,
Say
amazing.
no to plastic bag and make our country safe. What
Amazing.
happens is, if you will go around, see everywhere plastic bags, plastic bags. What we are trying to do is tell the ladies, please, please, please don't use plastic bag. Use these bags.
Okay.
Don't necessarily have to be our bags,
Do you
but
mind passing
use
me one?
material bags.
Sorry, Mario, could you
Sorry.
mind passing me one? Okay, so and these are these are the ones the girls have made.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we can
Brilliant.
this is
I
excellent.
think if
the
people can
stitching
actually,
is
if
amazing.
people can actually go around and buy all of those branded bags, why not these
And
bags?
this
I
is
mean, for
amazing.
example, I mean,
Stitching is top
I've
notch.
always known my mother as a lady who's actually, made
there
sure
are
that everything was available within the house, and
there-
she would go to
there
Itwar
are
Bazaar as
so
well
many
and whatnot.
different
So
bags,
these were
yeah,
the bags,
beautiful
which
bags.
we were using all our lives.
And look at this. I would totally use this.
And other
It's
thing,
nice though.
Look at this. Let's zoom into this one. Beautiful. You could actually look.
And you can use it both ways as well. So
Exactly.
if it's dirty from the outer side, you can use the inner
Oh
side
my
too.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Excellent.
saying.
and other things we try to bring the change is every Saturday we take 6 children from each, 6 boys and 6 girls from each class, and from 8 to 9 is their duty to go out in the street and pick up the rubbish.
Amazing.
And unfortunately, we have no place
To throw it.
sort of throw it. So what we do is we try to burn it. At least our streets look clean. And what other thing we try to do is our waste from vegetable and fruit. We try to tell them, look, you can make your own compost from these.
Amazing. Good.
And to my surprise, I took the children in Shakarpariya,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they said, ma'am, look how dirty the place is. And they start picking the garbage.
That's amazing. So you're actually giving them a lot of social responsibility and, ownership of their country. Now, okay, just that's amazing, but we are running short of time. So now I want to ask you, those building up on what Shazad asked you as well. Those girls, those communities, how have they benefited? Like those families, have you seen an evolution in their thoughts? Are the next generation going to be educated? What's happening? Tell us that.
No, because like those girls, the difference that is now that most of them they earn up to 10,000-15,000 rupee a month, and they are bringing their own, buying their own. Like other day, a girl came to me, ma'am, I have bought a fridge, and that is with my own money.
That's amazing.
Ma'am, for Jahez, I have bought all these things, and that is with my own money.
Okay.
Nothing from parents.
Okay.
And other thing, now we have started for boys is vocational for boys,
Okay.
where we are going to teach them skills like computer, repairing computer,
All right.
mobile, welding, and
So all handheld skills,
Okay.
I
Awesome.
think that's what it is.
Okay, now these girls and these boys that were coming to you for at the organization, at the building, how did their families react? Were they supportive? What were they saying?
You actually stole
No.
my words.
at the beginning, maybe they were not, but now they are. Like in my school, Alhamdulillah, there are children that they are first generation in school.
Amazing.
Wow.
First generation in school. So you can tell how much difference it is. And now from time to time, we'll have classes for mothers as well to teach them, to sort of lecture for them, and then they are very sportive. We have health workshops.
Amazing that is, ma'am, and we really need to keep it going as well.
Okay, I have one final question.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
but
Do you have one?
after this one.
Okay.
Now I want to move on to Ma'am Mari over here. Now, ma'am, the thing is, now, for example, she said that it's the first generations coming to the school as well. Parents are now finally happy. So now when your colleagues, when all of those family members and extended family members see you performing and doing well in life, do they come around now, or they
Yes,
still
of
do
course,
not?
they did turn around, because like if you have a belief in yourself, that radiates so much energy. It energizes the ones who are, you know, at least in your immediate surroundings. And the kind of belief that you have in yourself, that usually they start also believing in whatever they see, whatever you are seeing somewhere. So gradually along the way, but then, you know, like when I shared, it was within the organization as well, because when I came in, everybody, you know, like all my senior colleagues, because there was no precedent, they wanted me to be comfortable and sit in a corner, maybe have a desk job and, you know, mind my own business. But, you know, I said that I'm not here, you know, going through a rigorous training, so, you know, I'm not going to mind my business at all. And that's why, you know, like I broke the stereotypes of, you know, like people who get comfortable with one of the metropolitans, they just, you know, like sit there and spend all their lives. I went to the peripheries. I spent 2 years in Gilgit-Baltistan. It was an amazing experience. And, you know, I've been moving just because, you know, just to get, because, you know, when you are moving up the hierarchy, you should actually know your work inside out, because, you know, like professionalism, again, it's breaking some
The
stereotypes.
best part is that I even happen to know Taimur Shamil as well. He's a wonderful colleague. My producer just told me that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. And sticking to professionalism, okay, so you went through that society, you know, you had support, but you had hurdles which you overcame through perseverance, which is one of the key ingredients, you think, in success for women. But also, one thing else you did, you are part of, tell us a little bit about the Women's Police Forum before we wrap up, because I think that's really important.
Yeah, this is important because, you know, like all through my journey, what I saw, and even what Ma'am Jannat is also sharing, is we lack institutions in the country. There's nothing. We are, so far, you know, the country is being run on the goodwill of individuals. We are wonderful people as a nation, and we want to contribute, and we need forums. We need institutions which are, you know, like do not represent the individuals, but, you know, a collective thought. We have the Women Police Forum working under the Police Bureau, and it's a very well coordinated effort, first to organize the women police in the country, and then, you know, once these women who are in uniform are empowered enough, you know, they can spread out to the community and, you know, like help the civilians.
Amazing. Okay, I'm sorry, because I've been involved in some extracurricular women empowerment stuff for this week as well. Now, when this Women's Police Forum was created, how did the male counterparts react to it? Because I know in certain organizations, no, I know for a fact in certain organizations they actually don't like it.
I just told you that the IAWP that I just had talked about, it's been there for 100 years. Last year we celebrated the 100 years, and even when we got together there in Cardiff last year, they said that, you know, women get together just to talk about knitting and cooking and to share recipes. You know, even so,
now?
You know, even now.
Yes,
so, you know, like, and that is the hope that we have, that, you know, if they're talking about this in Cardiff, back in UK, I think when they see us, they see Pakistan is pretty amazing, because, you know, in the last decade, we have actually been taking leaps, and, you know, like a lot of leaps that we have taken.
Absolutely.
So that's
And that's what it is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
But ladies and gentlemen, over here, for all those people who are philanthropic of nature, what you can do is that you can probably, you know, donate, and we're going to share all of those numbers of all of those welfare association as well. They're going to be at the bottom of the television screen.
Now.
It's there. The email says
afwa.islamabad.isp@gmail.com, and the contact number is 0334 555.
Yeah.
I can't see it from that distance. 934.
5555934. So, ladies and gentlemen, be open with your hearts, because of the fact that, you know, every single penny which you're going to spend is actually going to make a woman and a man independent.
And I think everything is transparent with the welfare organization. So you guys you are donating or sponsoring the right people. But thank you so much for your time. It was an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
One thing more.
Oh yes,
Very quickly.
very quickly.
It's known that, like, our girls don't have confidence or everything from underprivileged children. Surprisingly, I took the girls to play football match the other day, and I thought if they'll step into the pitch, that will be a great thing. But to my surprise, they were playing so well that they came back with a cup in their hand.
Wonderful. And actually, we also had a national football player on our team on the show yesterday. So that's wonderful, and so great that it's spreading. So
thank you very much, and you are truly, obviously, role models for all of those women out there,
Thank
and
you
men
so much.
at the same point, because of the fact
Absolutely.
that for all those men who might have not even made it to the officer level, I think we probably need to learn. I think that's what it is. It doesn't really matter that you get a mentor in the shape of a man or a woman. All you need to do is learn and keep on doing it.
Exactly, and I just like to,
Perseverance.
and I just like to sum up this whole show is that you need. It's about confidence. This whole thing is about having confidence, having belief in yourself, perseverance, and professionalism.
That's what it is.
it's
So,
about.
ladies and gentlemen, very quickly we're going to move on towards the fruit of the day.
So let's take a
But
look,
before,
guys.
before we move on towards the fruit of the
Okay.
day, a good news for all
Okay.
the cricket lovers who are out there. So today it's going to be the very last playoff, which is going to be in between Peshawar Zalmi and Karachi Kings. And ladies and gentlemen, I am pretty much pumped up for that too. But on the other hand, talking about the PSL final, which is going to take place on 5th of March in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. The only thing which I need to share over here is that the 500 rupees ticket is finished. The only tickets which are available is worth 8,000 rupees or 12,000 rupees. So if you can probably buy that, yeah, well,
You would
start
recommend it?
saving. I mean, if you can save in 3-4 days, or for all those people who are getting their salaries, it's a good day because we just got on to the new month as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So best of luck to Peshawar Zalmi and Karachi Kings as well. So let's see what happens today. But
Exactly.
now moving on towards the fruit of the day, which is the dragon fruit.
Yes,
Let's
it
take
is.
a look.
So let's quickly take a look. It helps. It helps the immune system health. It is good for your cardiovascular health. It has vitamins in it. It also
It's
helps
good
with,
for
yeah.
digestion, cancer prevention, antibacterial, and antifungal.
And also it is good for your metabolism. So if your metabolism is slowing down, you guys can eat a few of these.
yeah.
So with that, do you log on to our Facebook fan page,
Which is with the name of World This Morning.
our Twitter page,
World This Morning without a G.
our Daily Motion and YouTube
World
page.
This Morning, World This Morning.
And the
yeah.
repeat is at?
11 p.m.
Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you bright and early on Monday.
Till the next time, 1, 2, 3. Good
Good morning.
morning.